Okay, this is a quick look at the 3 different hold modes of the Roland GI-20. And to do this little demonstration, I'm using the Roland GI-20. I have a Boss FS5U foot switch, and this is a basic on-off momentary foot switch. So the switch is off. When you push down on the pedal, it's on. When you release from the pedal, the switch is off again. And I'm using a guitar equipped with the Roland GK3 pickup. And behind me is a Roland XV-5080 we're using for the sounds. And I'm using a Roland VG-88, not as a guitar synthesizer, but as a basic guitar processor, using only the guitar input. The 13-pin input is only going to the Roland GI-20. It's certainly appropriate to describe the 3 different modes of the GI-20 as hold modes, because they're not the same thing as sustain commands, and they do not use the MIDI sustain command. Instead, software inside of the GI-20 is responsible for the different functions of the 3 different hold modes. So let's get started with hold mode number 1. So as you would imagine, I press down on the foot switch, play a chord, and the chord continues to hold as long as my foot is on the foot switch. Even if I silence the strings by putting my hands on the strings, you'll continue to hear the chord. However, what's different about hold mode number 1 is you can actually change positions on the neck, and the chords will follow you. The strings will continue to play their notes regardless of where you are on the neck. Now that you cannot do with typical MIDI sustain commands. Let's just play one string with the foot switch down. Okay, let's check out mode 2. In my mind, hold mode number 2 is best described as synthesizer holds, guitar player solos. I've depressed the foot switch, and you can see as long as I have the foot switch down, there are no more notes played from the guitar. Okay, so I'm going to play a few notes on the guitar, press down on the hold pedal, and then solo over top of them, and you'll see that no new MIDI notes are generated as long as I have my foot down on the pedal. Okay, the last mode is mode 3, and in my mind this is play a chord on the synthesizer, solo on the synthesizer. So I'm going to play the bottom 3 notes on the guitar. I'm going to press down on the pedal. As long as I have my foot on the pedal, those 3 strings that were sounding when I push down on the pedal will continue to hold. Again, play any chord on the guitar and then solo above it. We can add in the guitar sound. Now let's take a quick look at the difference between the hold modes that are generated by the Roland GI-20 and traditional MIDI sustain. So I've gone back to hold mode number 1, and I'll play a chord and move it up the neck. Very cool. Now I'm going to change the foot pedal assignment from hold 1 to 64, which is MIDI sustain. Now with MIDI sustain, when I push down on the pedal, those notes will sustain. any additional notes that I play are going to be added to the notes that are already sustaining, and as you will soon hear, it can get to be quite a cacophonous mess. So that doesn't work nearly as well as hold mode number 1.